Good evening, and welcome. Tonight, we invite you to journey back in time, to a summer day in ancient Rome. There's no need to stay awake for the entire story. In fact, the very purpose of these words is to gently guide you into a state of deep relaxation, allowing you to drift off to sleep whenever you feel ready. So, let your body grow heavy, let your mind quiet, and imagine yourself slowly, softly, stirring from a deep slumber in the heart of the eternal city. The night is still clinging to the corners of the room, a cool, dark velvet that holds the world in a gentle hush. You are nestled comfortably, perhaps on a simple wooden bed frame, its straps supporting a mattress filled with soft straw or wool, yielding just enough to cradle your form. The linen sheets feel smooth and cool against your skin, a welcome relief from the warmth that the Roman sun will soon bring. A light wool blanket, loosely draped, offers just the right amount of weight and comfort. There is no urgency in this moment, only a profound sense of peace as the last vestiges of sleep begin to recede, like a tide gently pulling back from a quiet shore. Listen for a moment, and you might detect the very first, almost imperceptible shifts in the world outside. The deep quiet of the Roman night is not absolute, it is a tapestry woven with faint, distant sounds. Perhaps the soft sigh of a breeze rustling through olive leaves in a nearby courtyard, or the barely audible drip of a fountain, its steady rhythm a soothing lullaby. Far, far away, perhaps the single cry of an owl or the faint, sleepy bark of a watchdog echoes through the narrow, cobbled streets, quickly fading back into the silence. These sounds are not intrusive, rather, they are like tiny anchors, gently connecting you to the sleeping city around you, confirming its quiet presence without disturbing your inner calm. Imagine the air in the room. It carries the fresh, earthy scent of the pre-dawn, mingled with the faint, sweet perfume of night-blooming jasmine or honeysuckle drifting in from a small, unglazed window opening. There's also the subtle, cool aroma of old stone and sun-baked earth, a fragrance that speaks of history and endurance, the very essence of Rome. The air is still delightfully cool, having absorbed the night's freshness, promising a brief reprieve before the full warmth of the summer day arrives. You feel it softly on your skin, a gentle caress that invites you to stretch slowly, luxuriously, beneath your covers. The light is not yet here, not truly. But if you were to open your eyes just a fraction, you might perceive a subtle shift in the darkness. The deepest black is beginning to soften, transforming into a muted, charcoal gray. It's the first whisper of dawn, a promise rather than a presence, filtering through a narrow opening or a high window, painting the edges of the room with an almost imperceptible glow. There are no harsh angles, no bright intrusions, just a gradual, tender lightening that respects the lingering peace of the night. You are safe within these ancient walls, held in the quiet embrace of a Roman home, undisturbed and profoundly at ease. As you lie there, suspended between sleep and gentle wakefulness, feel the quiet rhythm of your own breath, slow and steady. There is no need to rush, no urgency to begin the day. The city outside, though vast and bustling, is still largely asleep, its grand monuments and humble dwellings alike resting under the same vast, star-dusted sky. You are a part of this ancient rhythm, a quiet observer at the very beginning of a new day, before the carts begin to rumble, before the vendors call out their wares, before the forum awakens with its vibrant life. For now, there is only this tranquility, this gentle stirring, this serene awareness of your own comfortable existence in a time long past. Let this feeling of deep calm wash over you, a sense of timeless peace that connects you to every quiet dawn that has ever graced this ancient land. Allow your body to sink deeper into the comfort of your bed, your mind to become as still as the pre-dawn air. You are safe, you are warm, and you are utterly at peace, preparing to drift away into dreams as soft and silent as the Roman night. The first pale fingers of dawn are beginning to stretch across the awakening sky, painting the eastern horizon with the softest blush of rose and gold. Deep within the heart of the eternal city, a quiet transformation unfolds as the cool embrace of night slowly, gently, loosens its hold. Imagine, for a moment, the silence that still reigns, not absolute, but a hush punctuated only by the distant, rhythmic chirping of crickets, or perhaps the rustle of a stray breeze through the leaves of a fig tree in a nearby courtyard. This is the hour when Rome holds its breath, just before the full symphony of the day begins. Listen closely, and you might detect the very first stirrings of life. A rooster's crow, far off and somewhat muffled by the city's thick walls, echoes through the quiet streets, a timeless signal that day is indeed breaking. Soon after, the tentative cooing of pigeons begins, a soft, undulating sound from the rooftops, soon to be joined by the more insistent melodies of sparrows as the light strengthens. Within the homes, too, a gentle awakening unfolds. You might feel the lingering coolness of the stone floor beneath your bare feet as you stretch, a subtle contrast to the warmth that promises to arrive with the sun. The air, still carrying the crisp scent of the night, is gradually softening, imbued with the faint, earthy fragrance of damp soil and ancient stone. The morning light, ever so slowly, begins to filter through narrow windows or open doorways. It is a shy light at first, a soft, diffuse glow that chases away the deepest shadows, revealing the familiar contours of the room in a gentle, almost reverent way. Observe how the motes of dust, suspended in the still air, begin to dance in these nascent sunbeams, tiny, ephemeral galaxies caught in the silent current. The textures of your surroundings become more apparent now, the rough weave of a linen tunic draped over a simple chest, the smooth, cool surface of a terracotta water jug, the aged, worn grain of a wooden table. As the light grows bolder, so too do the sounds of the waking household. Perhaps you hear the soft splash of water as someone performs their simple morning ablutions, washing hands and face from a small basin. The feel of cool, fresh water on your skin is invigorating, a gentle ritual that cleanses and prepares you for the day ahead. You might smooth your hair, perhaps tying it back simply, or if you are a woman, beginning the slow, deliberate process of braiding it into a style that will last through the hours of activity. There is no rush, no urgency in these early moments, the pace is unhurried, a quiet reverence for the fresh start of a new day. From a nearby hearth, a whisper of wood smoke might drift, faint and aromatic, signaling the kindling of a charcoal fire for the morning meal. The scent of warm, freshly baked bread, perhaps made the evening before and kept under a cloth, begins to mingle with the clean smell of the morning air. It is a simple breakfast in these ancient times, a piece of bread, perhaps dipped in olive oil, a handful of dried figs or dates, and a cup of cool water or diluted wine. This is not a hurried affair, but a moment of quiet sustenance, a gentle fueling of the body and mind before the world outside truly calls. Outside, the city slumber is slowly dissolving. Distant sounds begin to emerge more clearly, the low rumble of an ox cart on cobblestones, still far away, but growing steadily. The rhythmic sweep of a broom against stone as someone cleans their entryway. The sleepy bray of a donkey, eager for its morning feed. Soon, the first calls of street vendors will begin, their voices rising and falling in ancient melodies, advertising their wares. But for now, these are still just whispers on the edge of awareness, a promise of the bustling day to come, held at a comfortable distance. The morning warmth is now becoming palpable, a gentle caress on your skin as the sun climbs higher. The shadows shorten, sharpening the outlines of buildings and trees. You feel a sense of quiet readiness, a peaceful anticipation of the day's unfolding. The world outside is stirring, but within this space, a profound serenity remains, a deep calm that settles over you. The rituals of the morning have brought a sense of order, a gentle rhythm to the start of a Roman day. Allow this feeling of tranquil preparation to envelop you. The soft light, the subtle scents, the quiet sounds, they all blend into a comforting harmony. As the ancient city around you slowly, gracefully awakens, find your own peace in this gentle transition from night to day. Let the warmth of the emerging sun, and the quiet beauty of these timeless morning rituals, lull you into a deeper state of calm, a profound sense of ease as you drift further into the stillness. As the soft glow of morning begins to fully embrace the eternal city, you find yourself drawn towards the gentle hum of activity that starts to swell from its heart. The crispness of the early air has softened, replaced by a growing warmth that promises a truly Roman summer day. Picture yourself now, stepping out into the narrow, winding streets, the smooth, cool stone paving beneath your sandaled feet, a pleasant contrast to the warming air. The sounds of the awakening city are a symphony of daily life, not jarring or loud, but a comforting murmur, the distant clip-clop of a cart making its way along a cobbled lane, the low murmur of voices from an open doorway, the occasional distant bleat of a goat. You drift effortlessly, carried by an unseen current, towards the very center of Roman life, the Forum. It's not the bustling, overwhelming place you might imagine in your waking hours, but a more tranquil, yet vibrant, scene in this gentle dream. As you draw nearer, the architectural grandeur of the Forum begins to reveal itself, columned temples and grand basilicas standing in quiet dignity under the brightening sky. But it is not their majesty that captures your attention just now, rather it is the gentle stir of commerce that breathes life into the open spaces between them. Here, in the Forum's market area, the morning sun bathes the scene in a soft, golden light, highlighting the colorful array of goods displayed on simple wooden stalls and woven mats. The air itself is rich with a tapestry of scents, a delightful blend that invites you to breathe deeply and slowly. Imagine the sweet, earthy aroma of freshly baked bread, still warm from the baker's oven, mingling with the sharper, more invigorating scent of herbs bundled together in neat bunches, rosemary, thyme, and fragrant mint. Perhaps you can detect the faint, sweet perfume of ripe figs, their skins almost bursting, or the slightly acidic tang of sun-ripened grapes, piled high in broad, shallow baskets. Listen for a moment to the soft symphony of the market. There's no shouting or clamor, but a rhythmic, melodic cadence of vendors softly calling out their wares, their voices low and unhurried. The gentle rustle of straw baskets as goods are arranged, the subtle clink of terracotta amphorae, perhaps a quiet conversation between two merchants. You might hear the distant splash of water from a nearby fountain, a constant, soothing trickle that adds to the peaceful atmosphere. Feel the gentle warmth of the sun on your skin as you wander through the open market, its rays dappling through the awnings stretched over some of the stalls, creating shifting patterns of light and shadow on the ground. Your gaze might fall upon a stall laden with an abundance of produce, deep green cabbages, plump purple eggplants, slender leeks, and vibrant red radishes, all arranged with an artful simplicity. Next to them, perhaps, a vendor carefully weighs out a portion of olives from a large wooden barrel, their gnarled fingers accustomed to the smooth, cool stone of the counter. The air here carries the faint, briny scent of preserved fish, perhaps a type of garum, a staple of the Roman diet, its presence an exotic whisper rather than an overpowering aroma. Beyond the fresh produce, other treasures await. Imagine the rich, earthy tones of hand-thrown pottery, bowls, and plates in shades of ochre and terracotta, waiting to hold a Roman meal. Nearby, rolls of linen and wool fabric, dyed in soft, natural hues, cascade over the edges of a stall, their textures inviting a gentle touch. Perhaps you see delicate oil lamps, their unlit wicks promising warmth and light for the coming evening, or simple, sturdy sandals, ready for another day's journey across the city's ancient stones. The people moving through the market share in this quiet rhythm. Shoppers browse with an unhurried grace, their tunics and togas flowing softly as they pass. There's no rush, no urgency, just the quiet pleasure of choosing, of interacting, of being part of the daily pulse of this ancient world. A child might giggle softly as they chase a pigeon, their small footsteps light on the paving, adding a fleeting moment of innocent joy to the scene. Everything here feels connected, a part of a larger, enduring pattern of life. As you allow your consciousness to absorb these gentle impressions, the subtle energy of the market begins to settle into a comforting hum. The individual sounds and scents blend into a harmonious whole, becoming a soft background presence. The morning light continues to warm the scene, but its intensity remains gentle, never harsh. You are simply there, a silent observer in this vibrant yet tranquil heart of commerce, feeling a deep sense of peace and contentment as the quiet rhythm of ancient Rome embraces you, inviting you to simply be, to breathe, and to let go. As the morning's energy begins its gentle ebb, and the sun climbs a little higher, casting longer, softer shadows from the porticos, a new symphony of scents begins to weave its way through the air. You might notice it first as a subtle shift, a different kind of warmth mingling with the lingering dust and the aroma of old stone. Imagine, for a moment, the fragrant tendrils curling around you, inviting you to pause, to breathe deeply, and to consider the simple, comforting sustenance that fuels a Roman day. The vibrant shouts of the market vendors now blend with the quieter, more focused calls of those offering ready-to-eat delights. Listen carefully, and you might hear the soft sizzle of oil from a brazier, or the gentle thud of a baker setting down a fresh batch of bread. The aromas are rich and varied. The earthy scent of freshly baked bread, still warm from the oven, mingles with the pungent, savory notes of garum that ubiquitous fish sauce, often added to almost everything. There's the comforting smell of simmering lentils or chickpeas, perhaps seasoned with wild marjoram or a hint of garlic. Picture the small, unassuming stalls that dot the edges of the forum, or perhaps a simple cart trundling slowly through a side street. Here, the everyday Roman finds their midday meal, a simple sustenance to carry them through the long afternoon. You might see stacks of round, flat loaves, made from various grains, wheat, barley, or even spelt, waiting to be broken and dipped. Imagine taking a piece, warm and yielding in your hand, perhaps tearing off a corner and dipping it into a small bowl of rich olive oil, or a splash of garum for an added salty depth. It's a taste that speaks of the very soil and sea of this ancient land. Perhaps you find yourself drawn to the warmth emanating from a large terracotta pot, where a thick, hearty pulls simmers gently. This ancient Roman porridge, made from grains and often enriched with vegetables like cabbage or leeks, or fortified with lentils or beans, was the backbone of many diets. It's a humble, yet deeply satisfying meal, providing a steady warmth that spreads from your belly outwards. Imagine the steam rising, carrying the wholesome scent of cooked legumes and herbs, a simple, nourishing comfort on a busy day. Beyond the main dishes, there are smaller, tempting bites. Bowls of briny olives, black and green, glisten in the sunlight, ready to be picked up by hand. There might be small, fried pastries, perhaps sweetened with honey and sprinkled with poppy seeds, offering a delightful contrast to the savory notes of the main meal. Or consider the seasonal fruits, plump figs, sun-dried dates, or bunches of sweet grapes, their skins dusted with a soft bloom. These are simple pleasures, enjoyed without haste, a moment of quiet contentment amidst the city's gentle hum. Even the drinks are simple and refreshing. Perhaps a cup of cool water drawn from one of the city's many fountains, or a mug of posca a tart mixture of water and vinegar, surprisingly refreshing in the summer heat, often favored by soldiers and the working classes. For those who prefer, a modest cup of diluted wine might be offered, its mild sweetness a gentle companion to the simple meal. These are not lavish banquets, but rather moments of practical nourishment, savored by those who walk the streets of Rome every day. It's a chance to lean against a warm stone wall, to watch the world go by for a few unhurried minutes, to feel the sun on your skin as you enjoy the simple, honest flavors of the day. There is no rush, no pressure, just the quiet satisfaction of a meal well eaten, preparing you for the gentle unfolding of the afternoon. The warmth of the food, the subtle spices, the simple act of eating with your hands, all contribute to a feeling of deep, ancient contentment. As the last bite is savored, and the gentle flavors linger on your tongue, a sense of quiet peace settles over you, a soft invitation to simply be, in this moment, in this ancient Roman day. The bustling energy of the morning market begins to soften as the sun climbs higher, casting longer, gentler shadows across the ancient stones. The sharp edge of the midday heat has passed, yielding to a mellower warmth that encourages a slowing of pace, a seeking of quiet refuge. Imagine, for a moment, the shift in the city's rhythm, like a great heart taking a deep, calming breath. The shouts of vendors become more distant, replaced by a softer hum, a gentle murmur that weaves through the narrow streets and sun-drenched squares. This is the hour when Romans, having concluded their morning duties and perhaps enjoyed a simple midday meal, turn their thoughts to more reflective pleasures, to the quiet pursuits that replenish the mind and spirit. Perhaps your journey takes you to one of the great public libraries, a sanctuary of learning and contemplation. Picture yourself stepping from the sun-drenched street into the cool, shadowed atrium of such a place. The air immediately feels different here, hushed and still, carrying the faint, distinctive scent of papyrus scrolls, a dry, earthy fragrance mingled with the subtle aroma of cedar oil, used to preserve the precious texts. Your footsteps echo softly on the polished marble floor as you pass rows of tall wooden armaria cupboards housing countless rolls of ancient wisdom. Scholars might be seated on simple benches, unrolling scrolls with careful hands, their brows furrowed in concentration, or engaged in hushed, thoughtful discussion with a companion. The only sounds are the gentle rustle of papyrus, the occasional soft cough, and the distant, muted symphony of the city outside, a world away. Or perhaps your inclination leads you towards the soothing embrace of nature, even within the heart of the great city. Many Roman homes, even modest ones, boasted a small inner garden, a peristyle courtyard open to the sky, where the air was always a few degrees cooler. Imagine stepping into such a space, where the afternoon sun filters through a canopy of grapevines or a small fig tree, dappling the flagstones with dancing patterns of light and shade. A small fountain, perhaps just a simple spout carved with a charming face, trickles continuously into a shallow basin, its gentle splash a constant, lulling melody. The air here is fragrant with the sweet scent of roses, perhaps a delicate jasmine vine climbing a trellis, or the earthy aroma of damp soil after a morning watering. You might find a cool stone bench nestled beneath a shady pergola, draped with flowering vines, offering a perfect spot for quiet repose. The world outside seems to recede here, allowing your thoughts to drift and settle. Listen for a moment to the sounds of this private oasis, the lazy hum of a bee exploring a fragrant blossom, the soft chirping of a sparrow flitting among the leaves, the ever-present, soothing whisper of the fountain. This is a time for meridiatio *, the gentle midday rest, when the mind can unwind from the morning's activities. You might close your eyes, letting the warmth of the sun on your skin mingle with the cool breath of the shade, feeling the day's worries begin to soften and dissipate. Even in the more public spaces, like a grand villa's extensive gardens or a quiet corner of a public park, a similar sense of peace pervades. Here, amidst meticulously sculpted hedges and groves of cypress and laurel, citizens might stroll at a leisurely pace, their voices kept low in respectful appreciation of the tranquility. You might observe a philosopher engaged in a gentle debate with his students, their words flowing like the nearby stream, or an artist sketching the delicate petals of a poppy, capturing the fleeting beauty of the afternoon light. Children, too, might play quietly in a distant corner, their laughter soft and melodious, never disturbing the prevailing calm. This is a time for simple pleasures, perhaps sipping a cool cup of water, or reading a favorite scroll, allowing the ancient words to transport you to other realms. Or perhaps it is simply a time for watching, for gentle observation of the world as it slowly unfolds around you. The way the sunlight catches the dust motes dancing in the air, the slow sway of a distant tree branch, the quiet determination of an ant making its way across a sun-warmed path. There is no rush, no urgency, just the quiet rhythm of the afternoon, inviting you to be fully present in its serene embrace. As the afternoon slowly matures, the light begins to change once more, softening from a bright clarity to a richer, golden hue. The shadows lengthen, becoming more pronounced, stretching across courtyards and gardens, offering ever deeper pockets of cool respite. The air itself feels subtly different, carrying a hint of the evening to come, a gentle promise of further relaxation. You feel a profound sense of ease settling over you, a quiet contentment born of these peaceful hours. The mind feels rested, the body unhurried, perfectly poised for the next phase of the Roman day, a time of communal refreshment and social grace. And so, as the day gently turns, you are left with a feeling of deep peace, a quiet contentment that ripples through your very being. The afternoon's diversions have soothed your senses, calmed your thoughts, and prepared you for a restful journey inward. Let the gentle sounds of the ancient city, the soft rustle of leaves, the distant murmur of voices, guide you now into an even deeper state of relaxation. Feel the quiet warmth of the day's end settle around you, wrapping you in a comforting embrace as you slowly, peacefully, begin to drift. The afternoon sun, now softening its golden intensity, signals a shift in the city's rhythm. You might feel a gentle pull, a growing anticipation for the day's most cherished ritual, the journey to the great public baths, the *Thermae star. Imagine your sandals on the worn cobblestones, the distant murmur of the street market fading into a pleasant hum as you turn towards the grand structures ahead. These aren't just places for cleansing, they are temples of well-being, social hubs, and havens of peace. A sense of warmth, even from afar, seems to emanate from their very walls, promising respite and rejuvenation. As you approach, the air around you grows subtly warmer, tinged with the faint, pleasant scent of steam and fragrant oils. The grand archways welcome you, and stepping inside, the outer world begins to recede. You find yourself in the *Apoditerium*, the changing room. The sounds here are soft, hushed echoes, the gentle rustle of linen, the quiet murmur of voices, the occasional soft thud of a discarded sandal. Imagine the cool, smooth marble beneath your bare feet as you divest yourself of your outer garments, entrusting them to an attendant. A sense of lightness begins to settle over you, a feeling of letting go of the day's concerns, preparing your body and mind for the soothing journey ahead. Your first destination is the *Tepidarium*, the warm room. Here, the air is gently heated, a mild, comforting embrace that invites your muscles to relax. It's a space designed for slow acclimatization, a gentle transition. Listen for the soft trickling of water from an ornamental fountain, its rhythmic whisper blending with the low hum of quiet conversation. You might recline on a marble bench, feeling the warmth radiating up through the stone, seeping into your back. The light in this room often filters in softly through high windows, creating a peaceful glow that smooths away any remaining tension. Breathe deeply, letting the mild warmth fill your lungs, preparing you for deeper sensations. From the comforting warmth of the tepidarium*, you move into the heart of the baths, the caldarium*, the hot room. Here, the air is thick with steam, warm and enveloping, a visible haze that softens all edges. Feel the profound wave of heat wash over you, penetrating deeply, loosening every tight spot, encouraging gentle perspiration. The sounds here are different, a soft splashing as someone scoops warm water, the rhythmic scrape of *strigil* as bathers cleanse their skin of sweat and oil, a quiet sigh of contentment. Imagine the steam rising, carrying the subtle, clean scent of heated water and the faintest hint of herbal oils. Allow your body to fully surrender to this deep, cleansing heat. In the caldarium*, the ritual of cleansing truly begins. You might apply rich olive oil to your skin, feeling its smooth, luxurious texture, then use the curved metal *strigil* to gently scrape away the oil, along with impurities and dead skin. It's a mindful, deliberate act, leaving your skin feeling incredibly soft, supple, and utterly refreshed. This purification, a shedding of the day's dust and worries, allows the warmth to continue permeating you, making your limbs feel heavy and relaxed, your mind drifting into quiet contemplation. After the intense warmth, the refreshing contrast awaits in the frigidarium*, the cold room. Here, a large, cool pool of water shimmers invitingly. Imagine stepping into the cool embrace, feeling the invigorating chill awaken your senses, a delightful counterpoint to the deep heat. Perhaps you simply splash cool water over your face and arms, feeling the refreshing droplets. Beyond these main chambers, the Thermae offer other gentle diversions, quiet alcoves for reading, a shaded garden to stroll through, or perhaps a skilled masseur to soothe any remaining knots in your muscles with fragrant oils. The atmosphere remains one of understated luxury and profound relaxation. The baths are also a place for quiet communion. The presence of others creates a comforting sense of shared experience. You might observe friends chatting softly, or overhear a scholar quietly reciting a poem. It's a place where the distinctions of the outside world soften, where everyone comes to unwind and find peace. There's no rush here, time seems to stretch and flow like the water itself. The ambient sounds of the baths, the distant echo of a splash, the gentle murmur of voices, the soft drip of water, create a soothing symphony that lulls the mind into a state of deep tranquility. As the shadows lengthen outside, signaling the approach of dusk, you begin your slow journey back through the rooms, perhaps returning to the tepidarium* for a final, gentle warmth before dressing. Your skin feels incredibly clean and soft, your muscles completely relaxed, your mind clear and unburdened. The world outside the bath seems a little softer, a little brighter, imbued with a newfound serenity. The warmth lingers in your bones, a comforting memory of the profound ritual you have just experienced. Now, fully cleansed and deeply rested, let that feeling of serene contentment wash over you. Imagine the soft, clean scent of the oils on your skin, the lingering warmth, and the quiet peace within your heart. As you prepare to leave the grandeur of the Thermae behind, carry this profound sense of tranquility with you. Allow your breath to deepen and slow, letting the gentle calm of ancient Rome's most cherished ritual guide you further into a state of blissful relaxation, ready for a peaceful evening and a restful night. As the afternoon sun begins its slow descent, a transformation ripples across the eternal city. The harsh, bright light of midday softens, mellowing into a warm, buttery glow that washes over the ochre and terracotta rooftops, caressing the ancient marble of temples and forums. Imagine, for a moment, standing on a gentle incline, perhaps gazing down from one of Rome's 7 hills, as the very air around you seems to grow heavier, imbued with the day's lingering warmth yet hinting at the coolness of the approaching evening. This is the golden hour, a time of quiet magic when shadows lengthen, painting dramatic streaks across bustling piazzas that are now beginning to thin out, their vibrant energy gently subsiding. The calls of the street vendors, once so sharp and insistent, soften into a more relaxed rhythm, some already packing away their wares, their voices hushed in conversation. Listen for a moment, and you might distinguish the distant clang of a blacksmith's hammer, now less frequent, a final, weary echo before the workshop doors close for the night. The air, too, shifts its scent. The pungent aroma of the market, of fresh produce and bustling humanity, slowly gives way to the more subtle perfumes of evening, the earthy dampness rising from the cobblestones as the sun's intensity wanes, the sweet, heady fragrance of jasmine or honeysuckle drifting from hidden courtyards, and the unmistakable, comforting scent of wood smoke beginning to curl from hearths as families prepare their evening meals. The Forum, that grand stage of daily Roman life, gradually empties. Senators and merchants, philosophers and poets, all now turn their thoughts homeward. You can almost feel the collective sigh of relief as the city unwinds, shedding the rigorous demands of the day. The broad, paved streets, so crowded with carts and chariots, with slaves and citizens, now see a more focused procession. People walk with a different purpose, their steps lighter, their expressions softer, anticipating the sanctuary of their homes. Families reunite, children's laughter rings out from doorways, and the low murmur of conversation rises and falls like a gentle tide. Perhaps you find yourself strolling along a quieter vicus a narrow lane where the tall insulae, the apartment buildings, seem to lean in conspiratorially. Here, the golden light struggles to penetrate, creating pockets of deepening shadow, a cool refuge from the day's heat. But even in these shaded passages, life persists. A woman might be drawing water from a public fountain, her amphora balanced with practiced ease. A group of men, their day's labor done, might be sharing a quiet joke, their voices low and companionable. There's a sense of shared experience, of community, as the city transitions from its public persona to its more intimate, domestic one. Look up, and you might catch a glimpse of the first lamps being lit within the windows of the insulae. Tiny flickers of light, like nascent stars, begin to dot the darkening facades, promising warmth and shelter. These are not the bright, electric lights of our modern world, but the soft, wavering glow of olive oil lamps, casting dancing shadows that create an atmosphere of cozy mystery. The city, once so brightly illuminated by the sun, now begins to reveal a different kind of beauty, a tapestry woven from pockets of light and expansive stretches of twilight. It's a gentle reminder that even in the vastness of Rome, each home holds its own small universe of peace. As the last sliver of the sun dips below the horizon, painting the western sky in hues of fiery orange, soft rose, and deep violet, a deep indigo begins to creep across the eastern sky. The air cools noticeably, inviting you to wrap a light cloak around your shoulders. While the city at night could hold its own dangers, the sounds you hear from your safe vantage point are those of peace and return, the distant clatter of hooves on stone, now less hurried, the occasional song drifting from a tavern, mellowed by distance, the contented chatter of neighbors exchanging greetings as they secure their doors. All around you, the city settles, breathing in the quiet of the coming night. The day's tasks are done, its challenges met, its joys savored. There is a profound sense of closure, of rest earned. Feel the last vestiges of the day's warmth dissipate from your skin, replaced by a refreshing coolness that invigorates and soothes. Let the soft, fading light and the gentle sounds of ancient Rome's winding down envelop you, drawing you into a state of profound tranquility. The city, once bustling and vibrant, now begins its slow, peaceful descent into slumber, mirroring the calm that now settles over you. The gentle golden hour has now fully given way to the deeper twilight, and a sense of quiet expectation settles over the city. You find yourself drawn homeward, the familiar scent of wood smoke and evening meals wafting from open doorways. Imagine stepping into a comfortable Roman home, the day's warmth lingering softly in the air, slowly giving way to the cool caress of the evening breeze. The sounds of the bustling city begin to recede, replaced by the more intimate hum of domestic life. You shed your sandals at the entrance, feeling the smooth, cool tiles beneath your bare feet, a small comfort after a long day of walking the cobbled streets. You are guided into the triclinium, the dining room, a space dedicated to the evening meal and convivial conversation. It's not a grand, imposing hall, but a welcoming chamber, perhaps opening onto a small peristyle garden where the last vestiges of twilight paint the leaves in deep, rich hues. Low oil lamps, their flames dancing softly, cast a warm, amber glow across the room, illuminating the woven patterns on the cushions of the lecti*, the dining couches. The air is still and peaceful, a gentle current of cool air stirring the hanging tapestries or the light linen curtains, bringing in the subtle perfume of night-blooming jasmine. A sense of anticipation settles in as you recline comfortably on one of the couches, propped up by soft pillows, your body relaxing into its gentle support. The day's exertions begin to melt away as you prepare for the Cena, the main meal of the Roman day, a time for sustenance, connection, and rest. A servant, moving with quiet grace, pours a small libation, a symbolic offering to the household gods, before filling your cup with a light, sweet wine, diluted with cool, clear water. The first sip is refreshing, a delicate sweetness that cleanses the palate and soothes the throat, preparing you for the simple pleasures ahead. Soon, the first dishes arrive, carried on simple earthenware platters. The air fills with the inviting aroma of freshly baked bread, still warm from the oven, its crust golden and fragrant. You break off a piece, feeling the satisfying give of the soft interior, and perhaps dip it into a small bowl of rich, green olive oil, or spread it with a creamy, fresh goat's cheese. There are crisp green olives, their salty tang awakening the senses, and small bowls of plump, sweet dates, their natural sugars a delightful contrast. Each bite is simple, pure, a testament to the earth's bounty, a taste of ancient simplicity. Listen for a moment to the soft clinking of pottery, the gentle murmur of conversation, the occasional contented sigh. The main course is brought forth, perhaps a platter of delicately grilled fish, its flesh flaky and tender, seasoned with herbs from the garden and a hint of garum, the beloved fish sauce, though used sparingly here, its umami note subtle. Alongside it, bowls of steamed vegetables, sweet carrots, tender cabbage, or perhaps a simple lentil stew, hearty and comforting. There are no elaborate displays, no towering creations, but rather a celebration of fresh, seasonal ingredients, prepared with care and love, nourishing both body and spirit. The conversation flows easily, punctuated by quiet laughter and shared reflections on the day. This is a time to unwind, to share stories, to simply be in the company of others. The low light of the lamp softens every edge, creates long, dancing shadows, and enhances the feeling of intimacy and warmth. You might hear the gentle strumming of a lyre from a nearby room, or perhaps the distant, muffled sounds of a street vendor's last call, quickly fading into the quiet embrace of the evening. The world outside feels distant, safe, and removed, as you are enveloped in this peaceful haven, a sanctuary from the day's activity. As the meal draws to a close, plates of fresh fruit are offered, ripe, juicy figs, plump grapes, or crisp apples, their sweetness a perfect conclusion to the meal. Perhaps a small honey cake, rich and moist, a simple indulgence that melts delicately on the tongue. The wine continues to flow, gently, soothingly, complementing the relaxed atmosphere. Your body feels nourished, your mind at peace. The desire to rush, to strive, to achieve, has receded with the setting sun, replaced by a deep sense of contentment and quiet gratitude for the day's blessings. The warmth from the lamps, the satisfying fullness in your stomach, the gentle hum of the evening around you, all contribute to a profound sense of ease. You recline a little further, feeling the soft texture of the cushions against your skin, the lingering taste of wine and fruit on your tongue. The day's journey through ancient Rome, from its vibrant markets to its soothing baths, now culminates in this quiet, shared moment. The world outside continues its gentle slumber, but here, within these walls, there is only peace, a perfect ending to a Roman day. Allow yourself to drift into this tranquility, letting the soft glow of the Roman lamps and the quiet contentment of the evening meal wash over you. Feel the gentle warmth, hear the soft murmurs, and know that you are safe, cherished, and deeply at rest. As the last embers of the day fade, and the stars begin to emerge in the Roman sky, let your own thoughts grow soft and hazy, preparing you for a night of deep, undisturbed slumber, carried away on the gentle currents of ancient dreams. As the last echoes of the evening Cena begin to gently fade, and the shared warmth of conversation softens into a comfortable silence, a new rhythm begins to assert itself across the eternal city. The robust laughter, the clinking of cups, and the murmur of many voices now give way to the subtle symphony of the Roman night. Imagine yourself, if you will, settled into the quiet comfort of your dwelling, perhaps by an open window or a small courtyard, allowing the cool, evening air to drift in, carrying with it the city's hushed good night. The vibrant energy that pulsed through Rome during the day now recedes, leaving behind a tranquil hush that invites introspection and rest. Listen closely now, and you might distinguish the fading thrum of distant chariot wheels, no longer a bustling clamor, but a soft, rhythmic rumble that slowly diminishes, like a lullaby played by the city itself. These are the last few carts returning to their stables, or perhaps a lone official hurrying through the emptying streets, their sounds growing softer and more indistinct with each passing moment, until they become barely a whisper against the stone. The air, which held the warmth of the sun and the rich scents of the day, now carries the distinct freshness of the cooling night. You might catch the faint, earthy fragrance of damp soil from a nearby garden, mingling with the last lingering wisp of charcoal smoke from a brazier, now almost extinguished. Perhaps there's the subtle, sweet perfume of night-blooming jasmine, or the herbaceous scent of rosemary and thyme stirred by a gentle breeze. These aromas drift in and out, soft and ephemeral, painting a picture for your mind's eye of hidden courtyards and terracotta pots nestled in the moonlight. The light of day has long since given way to the deep, velvet expanse of the Roman sky. Above, a myriad of stars twinkle with a clarity rarely seen in our modern world, their ancient light reaching down to cast soft, silver glows upon the sleeping city. The moon, whether a sliver or a full, luminous orb, paints long, shifting shadows across the cobblestones and the facades of buildings, transforming the familiar into something serene and dreamlike. Inside, a single oil lamp might still burn, its steady, gentle glow casting warm pools of light, a beacon of peace in the deepening night. The human sounds become sparse, almost cherished in their rarity. A distant, hushed conversation, perhaps from a neighboring insular floats on the air, indistinct and unintruding. The soft, padded footsteps of a vigile one of the city's watchmen, might be heard from a street far below, a reassuring sound that speaks of safety and vigilance, a quiet promise that the city rests under watchful eyes. These guardians move silently, their presence a comforting, unseen blanket over the slumbering populace. And then there are the sounds of nature, reclaiming their place in the quiet hours. The gentle rustle of olive leaves in a nearby garden, stirred by the softest breath of wind. The rhythmic hoot of a distant owl, its call carrying clearly through the crisp night air, a timeless voice from the surrounding hills. Perhaps the faint, almost imperceptible murmur of the Tiber, flowing steadily onward, a constant, ancient presence at the city's edge. Even the occasional bark of a stray dog, quickly hushed, only serves to underscore the profound quiet that has settled over Rome. You might feel the pleasing coolness of the night air on your skin, a refreshing balm after the day's warmth, a gentle invitation to draw your blanket a little closer. The simple textures of your surroundings, the smooth stone of a window sill, the soft wool of a coverlet, feel comforting and real. As the hours deepen, the city settles further into its slumber, and the sounds become fewer, more spaced out, until they are mere punctuation marks in a vast canvas of peace. The creak of an old timber, the sigh of the wind through a narrow alley, all contribute to this soothing symphony of silence and subtle sound. Allow your mind to drift now, carried by these ancient whispers of the Roman night. Feel the profound sense of peace that descends upon the city as it rests, gathering its strength for another day. This quietude is a precious gift, a moment suspended in time, where the concerns of the day recede, and the gentle rhythm of the sleeping city holds you in its embrace. Let these soft, timeless sounds guide you deeper into relaxation, knowing that you are safe, warm, and utterly at peace, as you prepare to drift into a tranquil slumber, carried on the soft breezes of ancient dreams. The final embers of the evening have settled, the last soft whispers of conversation fading into memory. The city outside, once a bustling symphony of life, now breathes a gentler rhythm. Imagine yourself settling into your simple bed, the cool linen a welcome touch against your skin after a day filled with the warmth of the Roman sun. Perhaps a window, high and narrow, remains slightly ajar, inviting a soft, balmy breeze to stir the air within your room, carrying with it the faintest, lingering scent of jasmine from a nearby garden, or the earthy aroma of damp stone after a long, warm day. The oil lamp, which earlier cast its soft, flickering glow, has now been extinguished. Darkness gently embraces the room, a velvety quietness that allows your other senses to awaken to the subtle tapestry of the Roman night. Listen closely, and you might still catch the very last, distant murmur of voices from a street below, perhaps a neighbor finally closing their heavy wooden shutters, or the far-off, rhythmic clip-clop of a lone donkey cart making its way through the cobbled lanes before dawn. These sounds are not intrusive, rather, they are like lullabies, soft echoes of a day well lived, now receding into the peaceful distance. Feel the comforting weight of your blanket, perhaps woven from soft wool, settling around you. It's a simple covering, but it holds the warmth of the day and offers a cocoon of security as you prepare to drift into slumber. Recall the feeling of the smooth, cool marble beneath your bare feet earlier, or the gentle warmth of the sun on your skin as you walked through the forum. These sensations now blend into a quiet contentment, preparing your body and mind for rest. As you lie there, let your thoughts drift back over the beautiful simplicity of this Roman day. Remember the gentle awakening, that first hint of dawn painting the eastern sky with soft hues of rose and gold, promising a new day in the eternal city. The quiet moments of morning, the simple rituals, the feeling of anticipation for the day ahead. Recall the distant, vibrant hum of the Forum market, now silent and still under the moon, its energy transformed into a peaceful memory. Imagine the rich tapestry of sounds and colors, the friendly bartering, the scent of fresh herbs and ripe figs, all now tucked away, waiting for the morning's light to reawaken them. Think of the simple, honest flavors that sustain the day, the crusty bread, perhaps dipped in olive oil, the sweet grapes, the refreshing water from a public fountain. No elaborate feasts, just the honest sustenance that fueled the bustling life of Rome, enjoyed with a sense of gratitude and satisfaction. Remember the quiet respite found in a sun-dappled courtyard, or the hushed reverence of a library, where scrolls held ancient wisdom, their words silent and profound, much like the quiet wisdom of the night now settling around you. Perhaps you recall the soothing warmth of the public baths, the steam enveloping you, washing away the cares of the day, leaving you feeling refreshed and utterly at peace. The gentle splash of water, the low hum of conversation, the serene feeling of warmth permeating every muscle. The journey home as dusk descended, the city bathed in a golden light, transforming familiar sights into something ethereal and beautiful. The soft glow of early evening lamps beginning to dot the darkening streets, guiding you home to the comfort of your hearth. The shared evening meal, the Cena a time for family and simple conversation, the gentle clinking of earthenware, the warmth of companionship, all under the vast, deepening canvas of the Roman sky. The soft laughter, the stories exchanged, creating a circle of warmth and belonging. Now, as the moon casts its pale, silver glow through a crack in the shutters, illuminating a small patch of floor, the city outside truly sleeps. The occasional distant bark of a dog, perhaps a watchman's call, are merely punctuation marks in the deep silence, serving only to highlight the profound stillness that has claimed Rome. There are no urgent demands, no pressing concerns, only the quiet embrace of the night. The worries of tomorrow are far off, like distant stars, tiny points of light in an expansive darkness that holds no threat, only peace. Allow your breathing to deepen, each inhale a gentle wave of calm, each exhale a soft release of any lingering tension. Feel the peaceful stillness settle over you, from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head. Imagine the vast, starry Roman sky above, the same sky that watched over emperors and poets, merchants and soldiers, for centuries. You are a part of this ancient continuum, connected to a lineage of quiet nights and peaceful slumbers. Let your mind clear, like the still surface of a tranquil pool. The day's events, once vivid and immediate, now recede into soft, indistinct patterns, like shadows dancing on a wall, slowly fading into the darkness. There is only this moment, this bed, this quiet room, this gentle breath. All is well. All is peaceful. Drift now. Let your mind become as soft and yielding as the feather-filled pillow beneath your head. The day is done. The night is safe. Sleep now. Deeply sleep now. Rest now. Sleep now.